Welcome back. You're still watching Technoholik. I'm Sagar Gokhale and I still have Varun Singh in the studio with me. Well, Varun, this is my favorite part of the show.
Yep.
Where we talk about cool PlayStation 3 games, Xbox 360 games,
And
sometimes
nobody plays
also
them except
the
you
Wii.
and me. That's the sad part. I mean, now, if you look at the worldwide numbers of how many PlayStation 3s have been sold, they're far smaller than the number of iPhones, the number of Android phones, the number of iPads and all of that stuff which has been sold. So mobile gaming is really the hot thing now. I mean,
actually
nobody really cares about PlayStation 3
So what you're
games.
actually telling me is that gaming on the iPad is more popular than the gaming on the PlayStation 3, the Xbox 360 and also the Wii?
Yes.
Well, we collected the best games you can play on the iPad 2.
But obviously, as far as gaming is concerned, the iPad is by far miles ahead because the kind of games, the quality of games that have been optimized for the iPad 2 are just amazing. And trust me on this, look at some of the graphics in these games and you really wouldn't believe that they're running on an iPad 2.
The iPad 2 is power-packed with some impressive tech to handle some robust graphics thanks to the PowerVR graphics chip and the dual-core A5 processor. We give you some of the games out there that take full advantage of your iPad 2 gaming capabilities. One of the most original games out there on the iPad as well on your iPhone, Super Brothers is one beautiful game. Featuring some zany cool pixel art, memorable vistas and characters, and a very addictive gameplay. Truly a must-buy for all Apple lovers. Games like Real Racing 2 HD are out there for the iPad 2, which use a dual-screen TV out option. Real Racing 2 HD features some stunning HD graphics that can be played out on TV, using your iPad 2 as a controller and the stats panel. Truly an awesome experience and shows you what your iPad 2 is capable of. Who knew wrapping rope around objects would be fun, relaxing and challenging? Zenbound 2 features some incredible physics and effects and intuitive controls. A game designed to test the intelligence for its users. Angry Bird Rio HD is next. What more to say than it's must-have for every gamer. Essentially running well on both the iPad and the iPad 2, however it goes without saying this is a must-have. It's cute, involving and addictive. In space, no one can hear you scream, but make sure you don't do it on the local trains while playing the survival horror game Dead Space HD. With atmospheric iPad 2 optimized graphics and some air sounds, fantastic game for adrenaline rush seekers.
The shock mine has been deactivated.
Infinity Blade is definitely one of the best looking games on the tablet market today, and it's exclusive for the iPad 2. Infinity Blade now supports new iPad 2 specific graphics as well as a multiplayer mode. Each and every screen of this game looks like an HD wallpaper. Winner of several gaming awards, Osmos is a colorful, surreal puzzle game in the veins of Flow. Featuring some fantastic physics-based combat, Osmos is one of those must-have games to explore your geeky side. Originally one of the first games launched with the iPad, Mirror's Edge still remains fresh with fluent parkour platforming and combat. With some stunning graphics, this game also makes it to the list of must-have game on your iPad 2.
So there you go, those were our best games on the iPad 2, which now even I have to agree is one of the best consoles in the world to do your gaming on. Although I still prefer my PlayStation 3, so next week we will talk about PlayStation 3
So see,
games.
that's the thing. I mean, the gaming on consoles and gaming on the iPad 2 are really now starting to come closer and closer together. You look at Infinity Blade, you look at the first-person shooter that he talked about, they're pretty much the kind of games that would have been perfect on consoles. I mean, you'd really assume that that game would be on a console first. But the touch experience on these games is just amazing.
obviously the graphics are very good, like the Real Racer HD.
True.
It's pretty cool, as in like it's as good as playing Gran Turismo. Obviously not that detailed, but it's pretty much there. So in terms of just having an experience and turning your iPad around left and right, it's pretty good. But you can't do the serious hardcore stuff which we
see. It's not the button mashing combos and 4-button combo and 7-button combo type of action. I mean, that's certainly not going to happen.
And not the precision also, right? Sometimes, I mean, me and Varun, both of us are Formula 1 fans also, and we do buy Formula 1 games just to see how real can gaming get. And in those terms, I mean, the way the PlayStation games are tuned, and you can hear the car sound right, you can actually get the, if you have a steering wheel, you can actually get the precise movement.
And the force feedback and everything else. So the hardcore gaming is obviously not going away. But in terms of numbers, the numbers where they earlier used to be on the consoles are actually shifting to the mobile platform.
Okay, there you go. Varun thinks iPad gaming is cooler, but obviously he prefers the PC gaming also. But that's all the time we have on the show. Well, it's time to close the show right now. Well, Varun, it's time to give away our Twitter handles, and obviously you can mail us on this ID, which is flashing below. One more thing, obviously Radhika is going to be back next week, so you don't have to suffer me and Varun actually trying to present this show, but actually just talking about gadgets, which is something which we love doing.
Yes.
And not tying the show up. But anyway, thanks for watching. Adios.